Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Tallawong right now and you can see how excited I am. Yes, you can see platform gates here. Yes, time to take the Sydney Metro. Oh, yes, I've never taken it before. I've taken, of course, a full journey just then up here from Sydenham. And when I came last time, it was before the Metro opens. Let's go and actually deal with the camera here. I think it's a little bit blurry. There we go, way better now. So, yes, it is. Before, when I came in 2017, they're not here. So that's why it's my first time knowing that they're seeing their metros after I left last time. And finally, we can try to experience it. We're not going to do full journey in one video because it's actually over an hour long. So that's why we're going to break up the whole line to a lot of sections. I'm going to film all of them towards Sydenham, the inbound direction. But I'm going to break it up into a lot of sections. So the first section will be the Metro exclusive old section, which is Tallawong to Epping. So let's do it. Oh, flies here, fudge. Let's head back inside and wait for our train. It should be still rush hour, so the train frequency is crazy. So it is partially operated by MTR, so that's why it feels like home when I take these things. And also the train doesn't really smell like Hong Kong trains. It's not actually get on earlier on. It smells like
Sydenham is going to enter platform number 2.
Here's the announcement. Now, the chimes are very similar to MTR. When the doors opening and closing, it is still da-da, da-da, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Here's the train. There's only one fleet, which is the Alstom Metropolis sets. Here it comes. And it will immediately depart, and it's driverless, so that's why we can go ahead and film towards the front. I've tested the lightings in the tunnels earlier on, and it's okay, so that's why we'll just go ahead and do it. Now, stupidly, they didn't block off any of the heads like the South Island Line trains does, but they actually sometimes put staff on the trains, which is just like the freaking Shenzhen metros. There it is, which just sounds like Sydney Metro, which is so stupid. I mean, not Sydney Metro, Shenzhen Metro. And this window sucks. But that's okay. This is how we're going to do it. But let's get the door closed first. Oh. Now the smell in here does smells like a little bit like Shenzhen Metro trains. Okay, let's see that stopping spot. Terrible. Terrible. Yes, absolutely terrible. See, there it should be right there, but whatever. Actually, I've never seen trains using that platform because if you actually look at the tracks over here, going to the outside platform is terrible. You see? Right there, it's terrible for the other side track. You need to turn and over there. Wow, it's actually a straight enter if you actually just enter this platform, so that's why they never actually swap tracks. But first things first, we'll go to Epping. Here's the line. They actually very nicely actually list out how long it takes to the stations, to the main stations. We'll go to Epping. 23 minutes. Get the door closed and we'll film towards the front. Yep, just like that. Let's do it.
This is an all-stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Rouse Hill.
The announcement changed recently. Very recently, actually, I think 1 to 2 years with the announcements, maybe last year. Before it's an AI-generated voice, but now they actually asked the announcer, Taylor Owens, to actually record everything. Which I prefer the AI-generated announcements because it feels a little bit better than the good old Taylor Owens voice. Oh boy, because this is actually driverless, so that's why it's insanely fast. Tallawong there is literally in the middle of nowhere. There are services linked to the nearby train lines, which I've actually went there yesterday. Schofield is in Backtown, which is on the other side with T1 and T5. But oh boy, is this fast. Yes, let's do it. Next stop, Rouse Hill. This is an all-stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Rouse Hill.
Arrive at Rouse Hill or Rouse Hill Town Centre. Doors will open on the left.
Now there are no routes actually terminates at Tallawong for buses. All of them actually terminates at Rouse Hill here, but we'll go back to Tallawong for further journeys, which is kind of weird. I want to say this is crazy. Like one side is like farmlands over there, and this side we have apartment buildings. Like what?
This stop is Rouse Hill.
Rouse Hill. It is rush hour directions though, unfortunately, so we might get a lot of people in here. But most of the majority of the line is underground, with the first 3 stations here is outside, elevated. But after that, we're going to go straight to underground. Which for the next few clips, for the next 2 or 3 sections that I'm going to do, hopefully, will be all underground clips, unfortunately. There's Rouse Hill.
Please stand clear. Doors closing.
Alright, go. But one of the bad things about the Taylor Owens announcement
This
is
is an all-stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Kellyville.
the problem of the Taylor Owens announcement is right there. Every single station, as soon as the train leaves, it will say, this is an all-stop service to blah blah blah. What's the point? It's a metro, it is always all stops. Before with the AI generated announcement, they never say that. Now after with Taylor Owens, it's just like KMB saying, please hold the handrail every single station. Look at the frequency. One just left, and there's another one already. Like, what the hell? This is insane. Now it is partially run by MTR. There's actually an MTR logo on it, on the trains, next to the MTS, which is actually the Sydney Metro corporated things. Look at this. So crazy with this. That's this last station outside actually. We have Bella Vista, which is on ground level, and then immediately we'll go drive underground after that. But this is the original section before the extension to Sydenham, before it terminates at Chatswood, which is pretty useless when it's actually just terminating at Chatswood. But before, they do offer cross-platform interchange with trains, which of course they do still do now, but the trains does not really, is not that significant anymore for the cross-platform interchange. There are a couple of stops that's actually served in between the city, before it reaches the city, for the trains that does not served by the metro. The other direction, if you come from the city with the metro, then it's a little bit more important to change, because the trains will just leave immediately, splits off from the metro section.
Is Kellyville. Doors will open on the left.
So this is like the one of the few stations that's actually on the left. Every single thing is literally on the right. So yeah, literally, I'm not joking. And there's another train on the other side already. Is that? No. Okay, here's Kellyville. Which one is the other stations is on the left? Oh, Chatswood. That's the only station afterwards. It's actually on the left, and that's it.
This stop is
And there's another train. I'm not joking. There's another side. You see? What the hell is this frequency? It is 4 minutes per train. It sounds already not as much if you compare with Hong Kong, but still, if you compare it in Australia, oh my gosh. I might be able to show you the MTEL logos right there. At the head of the train, right underneath. Right there. Apparently it does not have it. What the hell? Bruh. I think it's on the outside. Damn it. The sections are pretty long though, it's not like short, so.
Please stand clear. Doors closing.
You've seen the door opening, you've seen the door closing, so we're going to show you the door closing and also door opening again, inside and outside, when we get off at Epping. Because after that we'll change to the trains to film some of the train sections first.
This is an all-stop
Up north.
service to Sydenham. The next stop is Bella Vista.
Now they still do check tickets, but actually the metro staffs are actually completely different from the train staff, because trains are actually run by Sydney Trains. Well, actually metros are run by the metro company / MTR, so that's why the staff are actually having different shirts. Now they do not have the MTR yellow shirts, but they do actually wear a badge. They wear a badge that actually has both the Sydney company and also MTR logo on it, so that's why it's pretty cool. Yes, this is back home with the MTR. And here we go, going straight down now. The Bella Vista station is underneath this gully here, and immediately we drive into the tunnel, which hopefully works fine, the tunnel. Lights. There is a shutdown coming up after I leave back to Perth, So there's a shutdown for the city section. The extension section will be closed off to the city, so it will still just going to run back to Chatswood. So the Chatswood Desert is going to come back when the shutdown comes, which is so bad. Which is so bad if you actually have a shutdown, because it is a tunnel. Literally, it's a tunnel, but then they need to replace it by stopping at the metro stations, which is they're so bad. Okay, it's actually slowing down a lot here. Here we are, Bella Vista. This window is so garbage. You can see everything clearly. Here we go, on the right.
This stop is Bella Vista.
And there's the tunnel. Hopefully it works fine. It should be working fine. It might be a little bit blurry, but hopefully. Okay, I just tried to actually use flashlight,
Service to Sydenham.
but it doesn't really work that well.
Stop is Norwest.
Let's try to increase the lights. There we go. It's okay. Not too bad. Jesus Christ, the problem is this. Because it is a metro and it's run really quick. Now the lights kind of help out, but it also actually make a whole beam of light on the screen, which is kind of annoying. But then you can see the tracks clearly, so. Definitely a hard one to film, but next will be full doors, full platform doors, full height platform doors. Because these are the new stations, which is actually underground. And we're at Epping, which Epping in the past is served only by trains. Even the underground sections also served by trains. But now the underground platforms and stuff are all changed to served by metro trains, which is way better than actually served by the double-decker trains, because underground platforms doesn't even match with the double-deck trains. But for those trains platform stations, they're all just having platform gates, because they're having the full height all the way up to the seating, which is impossible to install platform doors, so that's why they just do platform gates for those. But for all these new stations that actually came with the metro, they're all full height platform doors. Here they are, platform doors.
This stop is Norwest.
Norwest station. Okay, good, no staffs here. The staffs probably don't care because so many people film here.
Please stand clear. Doors closing.
Alright, here we go. Next station is Hill's Showground.
This is an all-stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Hill's Showground.
Now they're prepping for the Bankstown line the Bankstown line shutdown is facilitating with the metro as well. So this metro full line, this is M1, this is the first line of the metro. We'll go full journey, will be Bankstown to Tallawong, which is all the way through. It's going to be insanely long when that thing happens. So it's like 10 extra stations is replaced by metro again for the trains. Which before it's run by T3, I don't know whether those stations are actually on ground level or not, or they're actually all tunnels. But practically the entire city extension for the metro is all tunnel. Literally all tunnel, except that Sydenham is on a ground level station. Because again, cross-platform interchange with the trains. But the cross-platform interchange are pretty useless right now, because it's actually the arriving platform at Sydenham before it goes to turnback sidings and cross back to the side only, the only metro platform. The arrival platform is actually connecting with a T4 T8, sorry, T8 or T3 before platform towards the city, which is completely useless because it came from the city. So what's the point?
This stop is Hills Showground. Doors will open on the right.
Now, one good thing about the announcements are sometimes it will say where some of the major destinations around the station, which is just like the Shenzhen Metro. Sometimes they will actually say if you want to go to nearby places, please get off at this station. And there he is, right there.
This stop is Hills Showground.
Yeah, the video quality is definitely not going to be that great because it's dark, so hopefully still watchable though.
This is an all-stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Castle Hill.
Now this section I would try to actually not add in too much light to see how it goes. It looks actually not too bad already like this, so I probably don't need to add in any more light. You can already see the things. Yes, it is a hard one to film considering it's all underground, but we're just bare of it. Okay, Castle Hill, and then we have Cherrybrook, which is actually on ground level.
This stop is Castle Hill. Alight at Castle Hill for Castle Towers. Doors will open on the right.
Now the Cherrybrook is one of my favorite stations because it's literally just a section in the middle of the tunnel that they didn't build a tunnel and it's actually showing outside.
This stop is Castle Hill.
There's a crossover at the front here which is actually built for emergencies. There's no trains terminating at Castle Hill. Filming the metro is really hard because it actually makes my hands sore, my arm. I think it's 4 minutes per train the entire day.
Please stand clear.
Late night is 10 minutes.
Doors closing.
Which is pretty similar to Hong Kong frequencies. Of course, there are higher rush hour frequencies in Hong Kong, but during late night it's also like 10 to 15 minutes per train. Late night, literally past midnight.
Stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Cherrybrook.
They turn on all of the lights here for the shutdown. I mean for the crossovers. Next is Cherrybrook, which is my favorite station, like I said. You see why I actually like that station so much later on. These are the older tunnels, so that's why it's a little bit more dark. But later on when we reach the newer tunnels, it will be actually way brighter. The extension tunnels will be way brighter. So upcoming is Cherrybrook, which is actually my favorite station because it will be on outside. It's not on ground level, but it's actually outside, in the middle of the tunnel. It's just the station is actually outside, not part of the tunnel. Because it will be tunnel until it hits the station. As soon as it finishes the tunnel, enter station, stop, and then immediately finish the station back into the tunnel. So that's why. And then we'll end at Epping, which is the station after that. But the section between Cherrybrook and Epping is insanely long, so legs are so sore right now.
This stop is Cherrybrook.
Oh
Doors
my
will
gosh.
open on the right.
Also, freaking balancing issues. I just can't because there's nothing to hold on over here. Yep, here we go. You see, this is still the tunnel, and there's a station outside. Oh my gosh. So you see, here's the station right there. Arriving at the station. Here's the station.
This stop is
Yep.
Cherrybrook.
As soon as we done the station, you see the tunnel's right there. So. Don't really know why they actually need to do this station like this, but they could just continue with the tunnel and cover it up. But I guess not, because this is literally underground. One more station to Epping, but that is the longest section. A very long section, not the longest. Longest probably still North Ryde to Chatswood, but the whole train's pretty packed right now.
Please stand clear. Doors closing.
These trains are so bad. Look at the windows. What the hell? I mean, the trains are awesome, but the freaking windows, they never wash these things. What the hell? So bad. There's so much dust on
This
this.
is an all-stop service to Sydenham. The next stop is Epping.
Epping change for T9 train services, and also the Northern Central Coast and Newcastle intercity train services. And we have platform gates for an underground station now, because that is part of the old train network, which is having the old style stations, so they only can do platform gates. They cannot do platform doors. After that, we'll go up and take the trains for up to the Barara section, which I will explore that, and then we'll come back down and continue the metro to Chatswood. Which that's where we're going to actually eat my lunch. I'll try to find a Vietnamese restaurant there, because I meant to actually go to a Vietnamese restaurant yesterday night, but I was feeling a little bit too hungry. I mean, too full, not hungry, too full. So that's why I just ate my leftovers from the lunchtime, which is the pad thai. This is literally the main point that I came here for. This is the main point I came to Sydney for, just to take the metro. Because this is the only metro in Australia. There's no other metros, except Melbourne is opening the city circle with metro styles as well, but it's running the trains, but with platform doors, which is going to be so weird. Oh, Mark is actually in Melbourne right now. I don't know whether he touched down or not, whether he touched down yet or not, but he boarded the flight at like 2:40 Perth time in the morning. 2 something in the morning. And it should take 4 hours to get to Melbourne, and then 3 hours ahead, so. Still, he got delayed actually, his flight still, over an hour. While my flight delayed for landing 1 hour and a half. Now later on you will see actually one of the tracks that's actually on the side. That is the track that's actually used by the trains before, because after it touch Epping, it's going to go back up to the current train tracks, which is continue running. But this section that's changed to metro is actually part of the shortcut train line before, That's one of the trains that just cuts over to Chatswood instead of actually making the whole loop around. But right now, every single train will be running the whole loop around for T9. It will not do the shortcut underground here, which is changed by Metro. So you can still do the shortcut but interchange trains. So that's why later on you can see some tracks actually coming from the top down and bind with this track, which that track is not going to be used anymore because Metro trains doesn't run up there. Plus the signal system is different, so they can't. That's why they need to do the Bankstown line shutdown, because they need to change the signal system to the Metro system. So like they can just probably put the trains in there now, but they have the station still, but they need to change the signal system. So see how long the section is. Let's see whether I can locate that track. It's gonna come down soon.
This stop is Epping.
Oh, it's already there, train station.
T9 Northern Line and Intercity Central Coast and Newcastle Line train service.
There it is, that track right there, on the outside there. There it is. And it just drives right in here, Epping. Here we are, underground with the platform door, with the platform gates.
Epping.
It's also pretty cool though, platform 5 down here. So let's get off and we'll send it out. You see how packed it is. Someone just changed from the trains, which this is definitely faster to go to the city, I think. I'm not so sure actually, because it's actually still quite a long ways. Maybe they're going to Chatswood though. There's the MTR logo, Metro Train Sydney, and let's door close and send it out. Well, these beams of light, man, so clear on the doors. There it goes. And we send it out into the tunnel. High speed. There that goes! And the outside arrived. There that goes. Oh, this smells like a Shenzhen Metro station so much. But here's Epping, one of the major stations before the extension, because you can change the trains to a lot of things. And it's a really big area as well. So there you guys have it. Next train should come in like 3 minutes. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe. It featured one of the sections on the Metro, and I'll continue with some future journeys. But right now, the next video should be up with the trains in T9. So see you guys then. Click on these videos up top, and peace.